A very good afternoon, everyone. Uh, we are actually expecting some more participants. I know we are quite late, but yeah, it's actually the thing that if we, if something better is coming up, we should definitely wait. That's something that I've heard, right? So, yeah, I'm just expecting some more participants. So after that, we'll continue shortly. Okay, so in the meanwhile, I'll just introduce myself. So, my name is Mayush Adhikari. I'm working as a communication coordinator here at AECC. So, we've joined here for expert session with Miss Sagun Shrestha, and today's topic is a listening section. So, we would be sharing you all the tips and tricks regarding how you can score better in your listening test. So, that's the whole agenda of this particular live session that we have organized. If who have joined us, can you just let us know from where you are joining us? I know the weather is quite gloomy today, right? So I would request everyone to stay safe, right? Because the weather is quite not good today. So today and tomorrow, the weather forecast seems quite, uh, rainy. So I request everyone to stay safe. Okay, so before we start the session, I would like to tell you something about AECC first, right? Let me share my screen. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, here it goes. So talking about ACC Global, right? We've got 1100 plus direct tie-ups with university in Australia, right? So we actually work with group of 8 universities as well, uh, as you can see on the screen. And talking about our direct partners, we have 238 plus Australian, partners. So we provide you with all the necessary, steps that is required for your abroad process, right? So whether it's priority processing, insider information, right? Um, Scholarship access, definitely. And, we've got a dedicated team which is, always there to help you. Let me go to the next slide. So these are some of our partnered institutions in Australia, as you can see, along with their rankings. So all of these 5 universities are part of Group of 8. So yeah, if you are looking to pursue a reputable degree in Australia, definitely AECC is there to assist you. Talking further, right, these are some of the student supports that we provide. We help you with counseling and application, right, along with different services in terms of pre-departure, whether it's your finances, documentation, right? We always believe in helping students if they have the proper resources with them, right? And we actually try to make the whole procedure easier, to be precise, right? And so these are some of the comprehensive services that we provide. So talking about some of the nations where we provide our services, right? So first goes New Zealand. So talking about New Zealand, it consists of top universities and colleges which actually helps you in your education journey, if I have to simplify this. And New Zealand's got a very friendly student environment, and New Zealand is actually famous for its student friendly environment, to be precise. You can see some of the details on the right side regarding the services that we provide. So the next destination that we help you with is Canada, right? Next up, there's the United States. There's United Kingdom, definitely famous for its shorter degree programs. Many of the students prefer UK after USA for their further education, if you look at the statistics. There's Dubai. So Dubai is actually a hub for international universities, right? If I have to name some, right, there's Milex universities. So all the renowned universities in countries like UK and US, right? Some of the universities, they do have branches in Dubai as well. So yeah, Dubai can be a great option in if you look at the current context as well. Yeah, there's Ireland, a budding nation for international students. Okay, so this was all about the services that we provide. Now, I would like to welcome Sagun Shrestha ma'am for today's session.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello, everyone.
hello, ma'am. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Maisha. Okay, so today we'll be talking about the listening section. Let's talk about, in today's class, we'll be talking about the format, skills, and the strategies for the listening section. So by the end of the session, you'll be getting to know more about the format and understand the type of questions and develop the strategies needed for listening section. So the core skills would be recognizing the distractors, paraphrasing, signpost words, and avoid common mistakes that lowers your scores. Overall, to talk about the listening section, it lasts for around 30 minutes. 30 seconds is given for you to go through the question before each of the section, and 30 seconds would be given at the end to check your answer. If you're doing paper based, you are provided 10 minutes extra to transfer your answer to the answer sheet. Whereas if you're doing computer delivered, there's no extra time to transfer your answer. They'll just give you 2 minutes at the end to check the answers. So, talking about the listening section, it's divided into 4 parts. The first part would be a conversation between two people. They'll talk about something in general. like social situations or inquiries. And the second part would be a monologue. Only one person would speak, and it would be related with local facilities or public announcement or tour guide talk. So it's not related with studies. Whereas to talk about third and fourth, it would be related with studies. Third part would be a group discussion, academic discussion. Normally, two people would be there, and max it might go up to four. Whereas to talk about the fourth part, it would be a monologue again in a form of lecture. The challenges for the listening section would be it's played only once and there's no second chance to hear it again. Though at the end they will give you 30 seconds to check your answer. That doesn't mean the answer would be repeated. So keep on listening. The answer comes in sequential order. Write the answer immediately when you hear the answer. So getting the accent is needed, as it might be British accent, American, Australian, Canadian. So understanding the accent, finding out the answer is needed, and that could be quite challenging if you haven't heard variety of accents. Most of the time, they are not going to use that exact word written on the question. They will use lot of synonyms, so paraphrasing would be there, and distractors can make the first answer sound correct. So final confirmation, understanding the meaning is essential. Prediction will definitely help you out to find out the answer. I generally say 75% of problem is solved. 75% of the problem is solved when you know what is the question and how to deal with it. That means getting through the question, check the instruction. Do you need to write numbers? Should it be singular, plural? Are you looking for reason? So when you read the question, you know what you are looking for. Prediction would help you to find out the answers. Next is identify important words like names, places, date, topics. And think about the synonyms, as they are not going to use the exact words. Signpost words or signal words are thinking words like firstly, next, finally, but, how. On the other hand, for example, that will help you to find out the answer. And distractors, especially for multiple choice, it seems like everything is mentioned. So if you read the question carefully, if you focus on what is being asked and you go for the options, definitely all of them wouldn't be the answer. Distractors sounds like the answer at first, but later turns out to be wrong. And that's very common in IELTS listening. For example, you can see the example here. We plan to meet on Monday, but whenever there's something contrast. But finally decided on Wednesday. So most of the students have written Monday. The answer would be wrong. It should be Wednesday, as after but finally decided on Wednesday is mentioned. And that's the common trap. So, how to avoid them? Do not write the first possible answer too quickly. If you have written, then also change the answer. Keep listening for the change and correction. Pay attention to signal words like but, actually, instead, however, whereas, in contrary, in contrast, as they change the answer after that. And let's go for checking about the common type of question. There are various types of question, and in IELTS, there's no certain rule that you'll be getting 5 form completion, 2 non-completion. There's no certain rule. You have to be prepared for any type of question in any of the sections. Form completion, note completion, table completion, flowchart completions are completion tasks. Selection tasks like multiple choice, matching, labeling the map labeling or diagram labeling could be there. Factual details and mean idea relation, order information, and location clues could be there. These are the things checked. Okay. Form completion. The common information missing could be like names, phone number, address, date, and time. For note completion, listen for the key points from a conversation or talk. Student must follow the speaker's order to catch up with the answer. Like the workshop begins at 9:30 in room 6. So 9:30 might be missing. Room dash might be there and you need to fill up 6. Table completion flow chart. Table completion organizes information into rows and columns and flow charts. Completion flows steps or stages in a process. Bus to work, 7:45, city center, flow chart comes under flow. Multiple choice question, they will give you 3 options and you need to choose the best one. But if they have asked you to find out more than one answer, they'll give you more than 3 options. So what is being checked is specific detail, main idea, opinions, or reasons. Likewise, to talk about matching, linking people, places, opinions, or features to the correct option is asked. So listen for the relationship and paraphrase clues, as they won't be using exact word, they'll use lot of paraphrasing. Discussion generally gives their agreement or disagreement. So you need to understand their opinion, the speaker's opinion, the same key point. Map labeling, following the direction. And when you are doing map labeling, it's better to be the person who is speaking, because how you are looking at the map, where your left might be their right. So they will always mention where to start with. So be the person and label it. Follow the voice and label it. They'll always help you with the words like opposite to, next to, at the corner. They'll use this type of words to help you out. So concentration and following their direction would definitely help you to find out the answer for map labeling. What are the common mistakes and how to avoid them? Stop listening after hearing one possible answer. That is very common mistake, as the slide before also talked about. They might change the answer and fall for the distractors without waiting for confirmation. That is the other common mistake. Next is misspelling. You can go for American or British, but stick up with one way of writing. And do check the instruction properly, as if it's written no more than one word and you wrote two words there, you're not going to get 0.5. It's wrong. So understand the instruction. If you do not follow the instruction, your answer is wrong. Next to talk about is it grammatically correct or not? There were 4 dash is written and you wrote book. Definitely your answer is wrong. 4 would be books, not book. How to improve it is keep following the audio. Concentration is needed. Double check your spelling and look for singular and plural endings. So strategies you can work on is read the instruction carefully, check the question, underline the keywords during preparation time. They will always give you time to check the question, predict. As I mentioned, 75% of your problem is solved when you know what is missing, what could be the answer, guessing, as you will be mentally prepared. Follow the order of the question as the answer comes in sequential order, and they will use lot of synonyms. In discussion, check whether the speaker agree or partially agree or disagree. After each section, use the short checking time. Well, they will always give you 30 seconds after the part is over. If spelling error is there, do check it, as if your spelling is wrong, your answer is wrong. If you miss a single S also, your spelling is wrong. Stay calm and focus. Now, let's go for the quiz. Hopefully you are ready for the quiz. Okay. So, only 3 questions there. You can jot down the answers. Choose the closest meaning of inexpensive. Cheap, noisy, crowded. Type your answer there. Which word is closest meaning? Closest in meaning to accommodation. Okay, next one. Which phrase best paraphrases, reserve a seat? What does that mean? Book a place, miss the bus, check the time. Okay, are you done with that? Let's check the answers. Yep. Inexpensive, cheap. Accommodation, lodging, reserve a seat, book a place. Okay, let's go for this is the vocabulary. That's how they play with words. They use a lot of synonyms, keywords. Identify the keyword in the sentence. The bus leaves at 7:45 from gate 3. What could be the keyword here? Which word signals contrast? However, also, for example, third one, which word is the main keyword in this question? What time does the museum open on Saturday? Okay, let's check the answers now. Bus leaves 7:45, gate 3. These words show transport, action, time, and location. So these are the keywords. However, contrast, especially in multiple choice, they'll use a lot of this type of contrast to confuse you. Open is the keyword. What information to listen for? Let's go for the next one. Listen for detail. A speaker says it was first planned for Tuesday, but whenever there's but it has been moved to Thursday. So what is the correct answer? Let's check the second one. Which answer type is most likely after the question? What is the visitor's phone number? Phone number. What should you look for? Place, number, opinion. Third one, which is the correct spelling? Which spelling is correct? For the answer accommodation, first one, second one, or third one? Okay, let's check the answers. Tuesday is the distractor there. Number, phone number. Correct spelling, the second one, ACCOMMODATION. Okay. Next is distractors and signpost which word best signal a change or contrast with it. This word before also. So hopefully all of you will get this correct. Let's see the second one. The speaker says, you can enter through the front door, actually use the side entrance. With signpost word helps show order. Show order is mentioned. Okay, let's check the answers now. However, actually, okay, yep, BB. Okay, let's go for the next one, positioning. Direction and positioning. You hear go past the bank and the library. The museum is opposite the park, next to the cafe. Where is the museum? They have give you two hints there. Let's see the second one. The bicycle racks are behind the main building, just beside the side entrance. Where should students leave their bike? Let's go for the third one. Which words best show position in a map labeling task? Position. However, because, next to, opposite, at the end of, probably, maybe, perhaps. Okay, should we check the answers then? Okay, sorry. Answer is not shown. Okay, the answers. The museum is opposite the park, next to the cafe. So, opposite, next to, these are the key points given, key location words. Behind and beside, next to, opposite, at the end of. So, follow this. Okay, so overall, what should you remember? The answer comes in sequential order. So, concentrate. It checks your understanding and exam strategy. Use preparation time wisely. They will always give you 30 seconds to go through the question. At the end also, they'll give you 30 seconds to recheck. They won't be using exact word. They'll use lot of synonyms. Do not rely on exact words. Yes. Keep listening until the idea is confirmed. The class starts on Tuesday. Sorry, it's not Tuesday, it's Thursday, might be mentioned. Protect your score. Stay focused throughout the test. Spelling is very much important. If your spelling is wrong, your answer is wrong, following the instruction is needed, as if you go for more than the word count mentioned, definitely your answer is wrong. Practice regularly and build the confidence and accuracy. And spelling is one of the common mistakes that students make. If you have any queries, feel free to ask, guys.
Thank you, Sagun ma'am, for all those tips and tricks. I hope this, as you guys have no questions, I believe that you've got some clarity regarding how the listening section in IELTS works, right? What should be your approach? And yeah, I believe that this particular session will definitely help you excel in your IELTS listening. So I just want to add one more point, right? So in listening section, what we felt is that students usually get uncomfortable when they have to understand different kinds of accents, whether it's Australian, American, right, English. So these are some of the accents, right, that would be actually used in the audio clip. So what I would like to suggest you is that you should definitely make yourself comfortable understanding those accents. So so there are different exercises that can be done basically. So you can either listen to an audio clip, maybe song, right? Weekend, Ed Sheeran, you have different artists with a British accent that whom you can listen and definitely understand, and most importantly build comfort with the English accent, right? And please listen as much as you can. This will actually help you to make your listening skills better. That is something that I would like to suggest everyone. So being that said, right, we have actually come to an end for our session, right? So last but not the least, if you have any questions, you've still got time, right? Please let us know if you have any queries. And I would like to inform everyone that on 27th March, right, we are organizing a mock mela, right? So we will be doing this with in association with British Council, right? So if you want to actually know how the test environment is actually faced by students when they go for their test, this is definitely a great opportunity for everyone, right? We will be posting the QR codes soon for you to scan and fill the details. So I would definitely suggest you to make most of this opportunity, right? So the date is on 27th March, and the time is 11 a.m. We will be sharing you the details through our social media handles, definitely. So being that said, thank you so much everyone, thank you so much for your time. It's raining cats and dogs outside, so I would request everyone to stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.